Alliance War Season 52 is here, and poor Loki is back, fresh off a top 10 finish. But this time, the battlefield is different. With all new tactics and strategies, alliances will have to adapt or fall. Who will rise to the challenge, and who will be left behind? The fight for supremacy begins now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're heading into war number 4 of Season 42, and this time, poor Loki is facing off against Alpha Flight. We've had a bit of a rough start to the season with a 1-2 record, so we really need a win here to get back on track. For this war, I'm bringing in a team of Lady Deathstrike, Hulkling, and Onslaught. I think this is my first time ever using Onslaught on Attack and War, and I'm a bit nervous about it, but I'm ready to put him to work. Let's get into it. And speaking of Onslaught, we're going to be using him in this first fight against Attuma. Now, a little worried about this fight. It was probably the one in this war I was worried about the most. Practiced it up a bunch, and the plan going in was to do as many heavy counters as I could. It's got Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison, so I can hit him and Incinerate. Need to back away during Poison, which is perfectly fine. So just really looking to get some of my Neuroshocks on there. Do, like I said, heavy counters to pause them, and then throw a special one, and then kind of wait around, get to my special 2, throw a special 2, and that should finish him off. So so far going to plan. Here he's in poison mode, and this is where I start screwing up. So I should have right here thrown my special 1. Completely missed the opportunity there to do it. So now I toss my special 2, doesn't do nearly the damage, and it pushes him to his special 2. Now watch this. That parry took about 5% health. Now this took about another 25 to 30% of my health. I've got a couple of poisons on me. I am at this point completely blown, completely rattled. I'm just trying to say, let me get some damage in so the next time is easier. And, that fight could not have gone more wrong more quickly if I had tried. When I saw the amount of damage I took through block, the thing that went through my brain was, man, I can't sit in this corner and take a bunch of block damage waiting for him to throw a heavy and get out of poison mode. And, I probably, hindsight, know I should have, but it just really didn't work out. So, end of the day, another death on the season. Cost me a revive, some potions. Hopefully it doesn't cost the Alliance the war. So we're going to go back in here now. And really, same game plan. Neuroshocks, throw a special 1, don't hit him when he's in poison mode. Hopefully get out of the fight without completely messing up all the way around. And you notice I am parrying, and I probably shouldn't be, but at the same time, what the heck. And there, I go to do a heavy counter, and I do not have the spacing. I probably also should have taken a little bit of a break in between doing this fight and the one before. You can see there I missed an intercept, but thank goodness I get out of this fight. Didn't like it. Would not recommend me doing it again. All right, well, we got through that. Now we're into fights using champions I've used more often and feel a little bit more comfortable with. It's going to be Lady Deathstrike here against this Sauron. Once again, Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. So we've got to wait around a little bit in this one. We kind of have to wait out the first Incinerate mode. So you're going to see that I'm just going to do some dexing, some hitting in a block to get some space on the map. Just wanting to make sure I don't push myself back into the corner. Not the end of the world if I do. I would just prefer not. And we're almost out of Incinerate. Okay, now we've got a couple seconds. We can do some damage. So here we go. We're going to try to bait out a special 1. I'm much more comfortable dexing his special 1. And there we go. Nice little dex there. And he is now out of poison mode, so we've got to back away. And while we're backing away, we're trying to bait out a special. Finally throws it. He's in Incinerate mode. Probably shouldn't have hit him there at all. And then, of course, I miss a parry. And right now in this fight, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to drop another one? Very, very shaky start for me. I can recover this. I just have to stay focused. Now he's got the unblockable, but I did notice he was in Incinerate, so I did not go in there and hit him. Now we're just waiting until he's out of Incinerate mode. Okay, so now we just need to get a parry. And we can get some combos in here. He throws that special right away. Thank goodness. I just don't want to dex and have to dance around with this guy. am afraid of messing up at this point. And we're just doing all that we can do to get out of this fight with what health we have. And of course, then I miss the time at Dex and get hit on the dash back. Oh man, at least he only hit me a couple times and didn't do a whole lot of damage. Still not great. We're now at R3 bar. I'm just taking that into block and then get hit at the end and get a degen on me. And you know, what an ugly way to start a war. 2 fights down, did lose 1 attack bonus, got out of the other one, but man, what a shaky start. I am rattled at this point completely. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, only a couple minutes in between these fights, and then I'm going to jump in and do the next couple. All right, now after a little bit of a break, I'm on path 7 in section 2. You know, it wasn't much of a break. It was just enough for me to get my brain back, you know, to where it needs to be. I'm not too worried about Northstar. His special 1 is fairly easy to dex out of. You know, really the biggest thing here is keeping the protection off of him from the node, and you know, just hoping that he throws specials fairly quick. And there we go. There's a nice little special 1. Like I said, no big issues there with dexing his special 1. It's just outranging it. So there, he gets into his special 2, and yet again, I get caught on a dash back. Gets him to up now to his special 2. I'm just going to take it, you know, into block, and you know, just once again, still shaky, still not going well. I throw the special 2 to knock him down, you know, and now I'm going to bait out a special 1 again. And, you know, as long as I can get him to throw his special 1 and I can counter, and I can keep the node shut off and, you know, his power gain under control and all that kind of stuff, this isn't a bad fight. I throw the striker out there so I can heavy and keep him below 2 bars. And fortunately, he throws that, you know, he did have a little bit of power gain on there. Threw it before he got to 2 bars, which was nice. Just didn't have to take the chip damage. And, you know, story of this fight is I'm baiting another special 1. And he's not wanting to throw it. There, he finally throws it. Now I need to knock him down again. And then we need to bait a special 1 again. So you got to get the picture of this fight. It is one that isn't hard, but because of the node and the AI on this one, I'm never really able to get into a good flow and a good rhythm to feel good about it. I'm doing okay health-wise, but this could have been so much better. I'm not even at this point worried about protection. I'm just going to fight it like it's a normal Northstar fight. I just need to get some type of rhythm, some type of flow to the fight. And, you know, he's throwing random heavies now. There's 2 of them in a row. Finally throws a special. You know, just not the way I wanted to start this war. You know, here I am going to throw a heavy. I'm like, you know, this is taking forever. And now I've got to, of course, take all this in a block because I'm backed up against the wall because he hasn't thrown any types of specials. Going to get a striker out. I, at this point, say, what the heck, let's push him to special 2. Hopefully this kills him. Oh, there we go. So we got out of that fight 2.5 minutes on a fight that should have been much quicker. All right, now we get this Baron Zemo. I'm going to be using Hulkling for this. Hoping for just a nice, quick, easy fight to get me into a good rhythm. I have a mini boss to take after this. Just really hoping that as I go into here, I'm able to do kind of Hulkling's rotation. I need to feel good about a fight before I take on that mini. So, you know, main thing here, not parry. I'm going to take hits in a block. I'm going to bait special 1s. Did not really plan on walking into a heavy attack there, but I did. Do have the invulnerability boost on. So it only cost me 1 charge on that. You know, not the end of the world. So here we go. Now we just want to bait a special 1. And then we want him to dash back. And now we're going to hit into his block, throw our special 2. And then we're just going to bait a special 1 again. And that's kind of the way I want the fight to go, just the entire time. Him throw special 1s. When I get near my special 2, he dashes back and holds block for a second. Now I just want him to dash back and hold block. Dash back. Please dash back. There we go. And boom, 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 boom. Zemo's dead. That was a little bit better fight. Kind of got me in the right mindset to take on this bishop on the reinvigorated, unblockable, Burden of Might, high energy diet node. Really going to be using, once again, Lady Deathstrike. Nothing that the node is going to cause any issues with using Lady Deathstrike. Just have to watch out for the global. Make sure I'm putting the debuffs on. Make sure I'm keeping my heal block on there. If he does throw a special one, which I really don't want him to, just kind of stay away from him for a while. Really want him to throw special twos. That would be ideal. So let's go in here and just start pounding away. So we get all the debuffs on. We get the heal block. So we've turned off the global. Now we don't want him to throw a special one. So we're just going to be ending our combos before the medium attack and kind of turtling up just like that so we can push him to a special two. Now we want him to throw a special two, which is great because he had a little bit of power gain going on there. Took it into block. Typically deck set, just kind of missed the decks. We're going to kind of rinse and repeat. I can't keep my passive heal block on him doing it this way, but I'd much rather just not have that on and have him throw special twos than him throw a special one. Now I can end a combo the whole way out, but instead I throw a special. And of course, what does he do? He stands up right away and throws a special one. So now I've just got to play the let's dance away from bishop game so we don't get an incinerate on us. All right, so we've waited out the incinerate. Now we've got to go back through, get our debuffs going. We do throw the striker out so that we can get him to a special two. And see, there's a nice clean dex on that one. And of course, wants to throw another special one, so we get to play our game again. Let's just keep dancing. And you can see this whole war has just really been disjointed. It's not been one where I can get into a flow of just back and forth. It is a lot of dancing around. It's a lot of backtracking. It's just a lot of, well, honestly, not a lot of fun. And another special one. I'm at this point feeling like, you know what? I'm almost close enough. I think I could finish it off with a combo, but let's be safe. I've screwed up enough this war. Really can't die again. I finished a 5-hit combo. I probably shouldn't have there. And there, of course, he hits a 5-hit combo into my block. And we finally finish him off after dancing around for what felt like ever. So, not my best war, but thankfully my alliance mates picked up the slack and we managed to bring home the win. It was another close one, but we pulled it off and improved to 2-2 on the season. I did end up with another death, moving me to 2 for the season, which is a little bit frustrating. This new meta has really been hit or miss for us. Either we do really well or things go south quickly, but we'll keep grinding and figuring it out. Thanks for sticking around, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Here's hoping we can keep the momentum going into the next war, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, all.